Good afternoon. From that heated moment of the gospel show, we now cross over to news. My name is Alela, and this is TV47 at 1. We start off with politics, where ODM Acting Secretary General Catherine Omanyo has lauded President William Ruto's Vision 2060 blueprint, describing it as a transformative development agenda that has the potential to accelerate Kenya's economic growth and improve livelihoods across the country. Now, speaking in Matayo's constituency during a Women Empowerment Forum, Omanyo said the blueprint provides a clear roadmap for sustainable development through investment in infrastructure, industrialization, education, healthcare, and job creation. She urged leaders across the political divide to support initiatives that are aimed at improving the lives of millions of Kenyans. At the same time, Omanyo expressed confidence that ODM will produce the country's next deputy president in the 2027 general election.
Sasa tuko 2026. Imebaki miaka 4. Haimaanishi Kenya inawacha kufikiria 2030. Lazima tufikirie miaka 100 kutoka leo. Ule mtoto wewe umezaa leo na mtoto mwenye mtoto wako atazaa kesho, ataishi vipi hii Kenya yetu? So mtu ambaye ana maono huwa anaona mbali, sio kuona tu leo na kufikiria leo na kumalizana na leo. Tunataka hii maneno ya broad based tuone jinsi tutajipanga. Kama rais atatoka huko kwa UDA, naye deputy atatoka kwa ODM, na huyo mwenye atatoka ODM akuwe DNA yake ni ODM.
Now, the Directorate of Criminal Investigations has intensified efforts to unravel the alleged abduction of Jimmy Mutava, reported at Mlolongo Police Station on July the 27th, 2026. Detectives from the DCI anti-abduction units have taken over the case, launching investigations into to establish what transpired. Several persons of interest are being pursued as officers piece together details surrounding the reported incident. The DCI says significant updates will be shared with the public as the inquiry progresses, and our authorities are appealing for information from members of the public that could assist the investigation. Tips can be shared confidentially through the Fichua Kwa DCI toll-free line, that is 07800 722 203, or WhatsApp number 0709 570 000. Still on matters justice, 5 years after the deaths of Benson Njero and Emmanuel Mutura, the Kianjokoma family has marked the anniversary with a memorial mass and remembrance walk. The family says it is still waiting for justice as the murder trial continues before the High Court. They say only 9 of the 25 prosecution witnesses have testified since the case began and are urging the court to fast-track the proceedings. Several police officers remain charged over the brothers' death in August 2021.
We requested for justice. We appreciate, yes, wheels of justice are moving, but we are requesting the systems that make them move, accelerate a little bit so that we can see justice being done.
Mtume Kasagwa vile anapigana na Ruto, hata sisi atupiganie ni kwa sababu Kasagwa alikuwa kwa hiyo nyumba. Raila marehemu alikuja baka kwa hiyo nyumba na Uhuru aambiwe kwa sababu yeye ni Mkikuyu na watoto watu waliuliwa siku ya wakati wa uongozi wake. Tunamhitaji hata yeye ni kwa sababu hata yeye ana watoto na walipepwa miezi 9. Hakuna ule alipepwa miezi 2. Kwa hivyo we want justice. We want justice for Ben Emmanuel. Hakuna kitu kingine tunataka. Hatutaki kulia tena. Miaka 5 tumelia. Tunaenda kotini. Mnakaa hapa na wale walio wako pale.
Stakeholders in the health sector are calling for stronger support system to improve exclusive breastfeeding in Kenya, warning that although the country has surpassed the global targets, progress has stalled while bottle feeding is on the rise. Our reporter Robert Gakure has the details of that.
Health stakeholders have renewed calls for coordinated efforts to promote exclusive breastfeeding, describing it as one of the most effective interventions for improving child survival, growth and long-term health outcomes. Speaking during the national commemoration of World Breastfeeding Week at Kigumo Sub-County Hospital in Murang'a County, health experts emphasized the need for collective action to ensure every child gets the best possible start in life.
Breastfeeding remains one of the most effective investments in child survival, health and development. Breastfeeding is a public health intervention, a nutrition intervention, a human rights imperative.
According to the 2022 Kenya Demographic and Health Survey, 60% of infants below 6 months are exclusively breastfed, surpassing the World Health Assembly target of 50%. However, experts warn that breastfeeding rates have stagnated, bottle feeding is increasing, and many children are still not receiving adequate complementary nutrition.
Only 60% of newborns are breastfed within the first hour of birth. This 29 percentage point gap reminds us that improving skill delivery must go hand in hand with improving the quality of newborn care.
They noted that community health promoters continue to play a critical role in supporting mothers and families through breastfeeding education and follow-up care.
As Murang'a County continues to perform above the national average in the key indicators, including early initiation of breastfeeding, exclusive breastfeeding, skilled birth attendance, and child nutrition outcomes. These achievements demonstrate that investing in breastfeeding saves lives.
Health stakeholders say sustained investment, quality healthcare services, workplace support and community involvement will be key to protecting and improving breastfeeding practices across the country.
Yeah, Kenya currently has only one operational human milk bank. And I think as we look to the future, expanding access to safe donor milk must also be part of our efforts.
There are a lot of hospitals that are still contravening the code. Wanawake wengi siku hizi hawataki kuzaa naturally. Wanachukua elective cesarean, wakati mama bado amelala, unapata mtoto ameshapewa maziwa mengine.
Robert Gakure, TV47, Murang'a.
Thank you, Robert. Now, the government has been urged to increase investment in infrastructure to support the successful implementation of the competency-based education CBE at a senior secondary school level. Speaking during the closing ceremony at Gateway Girls, that is high school in Kiambu County, Board of Management member Paul Wanjohi called on the government to prioritize education, that is the funding, by constructing more science laboratories, sports facilities and other essential learning infrastructure that is required under the CBE. Now, at the same event, the school's principal Millicent Wanjiru Matu emphasized the need to foster a speak-up culture in schools to address students' concerns before they escalate. The calls come as schools prepare for the full implementation of the competency-based curriculum at the senior secondary level.
Siasa wetu, ningeomba kama kuna pesa ambazo singeweza kuelekezwa mashule, sielekezwe ili mambo yote ya watoto wetu yawe mazuri.
Siku ya leo tumeona watoto wakitunukiwa, wale ambao walifanya vizuri, tumeona wengine wakitunzwa, wameweza kuonyesha talanta zao na yale Mungu amewabariki nao, na sisi kama wazazi na wahusika katika shule tumefurahia sana.
When these girls are not happy about something, I've always encouraged them to call me and we speak openly about issues, whatever that issue is. And we have done that again and again and again. And I've seen them talk about issues freely, give their opinions. It may not come from a point of knowledge, but again, it is still a what? A suggestion, and we don't ignore anything that comes from them.
Lakini ningeomba wazazi tukirudi nyumbani tuwe mwelekezo mwema, tuwe mfano mwema, tuweze tukawatunza watoto wetu. Zile tabia tunafanya nyumbani, hizo tabia ndio watoto wetu wanaweza kuiga, na wakiziiga watazileta kwa shule zetu.
The government is optimistic about strengthening the tourism sector and economic cooperation following the visit of a delegation of 8 members of the United States Congress who were touring the country. Tourism and Wildlife Cabinet Secretary Rebecca Miano said the visit reflects a confidence in Kenya as a leading tourism destination and presents an opportunity to expand cooperation in trade, investment, energy and environmental conservation. Speaking after receiving the delegation, Miano said that the lawmakers will visit the Masai Mara National Reserve to witness the great wildebeest migration, adding that the experience will encourage them to return to Kenya and promote the country to more Americans. Now, a member of the delegation also said that Kenya plays a key role in strengthening U.S.-Africa relations, noting that the visit will deepen cooperation in environmental conservation, clean energy, artificial intelligence, data infrastructure and trade.
Visitors that we are welcoming today from Congress, United States of America, 8 of them who are here and they are heading to Masai Mara. We've had a meeting, a discussion, a lot of broad-based discussion. First, even as tourists, and it's a very great endorsement of Kenya as a destination.
The United States and having our friendships with Kenya, the minister, you know, with her energy background and with the tourism, it kind of ties it absolutely ties into what our committee is focused on. And as I told her, there's a lot of pressure on her and her ministry's shoulders because the animals and the wildlife, that's her part of Kenya, are not just important to Kenya, it's important to the world. And so we're here to understand our role in helping. I know economic development always, anytime you have growth in economic development, it enhances your ability to conserve.
And the push for political unity ahead of the 2027 general election is gaining momentum, with leaders from the Kamba and Maasai communities being urged to forge a common front in support of Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka's presidential bid. Machakos Deputy Governor Francis Mwangangi says that the two communities, which have coexisted peacefully for years, that is as neighbors, should unite behind a single candidate ahead of the next general election. His remarks come a day after Kalonzo Musyoka held consultations with youth leaders in Kajiado County as he seeks to strengthen Wiper's support base in mass-speaking regions.
Moja na mama yetu hapa.
Naomba Maa community, tunajua tuko na historical ya uongozi tukiwa pamoja. Historically wa Masai hapa ni neighbors wa Makueni, ni neighbors wa Machakos County. Nataka Maa yote kutoka kule Laikipia kupitia Narok kuja hapa Kajiado kwenda kule Loitoktok, wote tukutane na tuongee na lugha moja, ndio tuweze kuona ya kwamba tuungane na Wakenya wale wengine, ndio Kalonzo aweze kuwa rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya baada ya uchaguzi ujao. Itakuwa vizuri tukiwa pamoja kwa sababu nchi itakuwa moja, na tunajua uwezo, na tunajua nia, tunajua vile Kalonzo anataka kufanya kazi na viongozi wale wengine.
Now, for 18 years, alcohol and drugs robbed Dr. Andrew Mwengwa Thuka of his dreams, consuming the brilliance of a young man who scored A straight, an A with 82 points in the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education, KCSE. Today, he is a qualified medical doctor, proving that recovery from addiction is possible no matter how long the struggle lasts. Dr. Mwengwa's remarkable transformation took center stage during the launch of his book, Walking Through My Own Ashes, which chronicles his painful descent into addiction, the years he lost, and the determination that helped him rebuild his life. Deliverance Church Thika, Bishop Kennedy Mbatia, that is called for a united approach to combating drug and substance abuse, saying the crisis cannot be left to families, churches, or the government alone. The launch became more than a celebration of a book. It delivered a message of hope to thousands of Kenyans battling substance abuse.
Documents the consequences of addiction, whereby I was arrested multiple times, slept in cemeteries, remanded severally, taken to Madale, taken to mental hospitals severally, survived mob justice severally. All these are documented here. It also documents the family struggles. Add the damaged family relationships in our family, whereby I ensured that they never enjoyed any form of peace. The same book actually documents the turning points, breaking the cycle. How did I manage to overcome this addiction?
As a father and a mother, the responsibility is you. The child does not belong to the government. The child does not belong to the community. Indeed, it's from the very home where we are, where we shall begin to teach our sons and our daughters what it ought to be.
Kopoa na kusema kitu moja, hiyo kitu hatutatumia. Ukisema uambie roho ni kuamua tu, uamue hiyo kitu sitaitumia.
And Narco Fleet General Transporters as well as NTSA has conducted a sensitization exercise for more than 700 stakeholders from the Truckers Association of Kenya on self-regulation while in transit as part of efforts to reduce road damage and prevent accidents. The sensitization exercise held in Nakuru brought together truck drivers, transporters, officials from KENHA, NTSA, security agencies and other industry stakeholders to promote compliance and build consensus on safer road use. Drivers noted that their safety largely depends on the condition of roads, while also raising concerns over the rising cost of fuel.
Tumejumuisha members wetu ambao tutakuwa tukiwaelimisha kuhusu barabara, usalama wa barabarani. Tutakuwa tukiwaelimisha kuhusu way bridges ambazo ziko huku kwetu nchi ya Kenya. Pia leo tutakuwa tukiwanenea kuhusu ama tukiwaelimisha kuhusu self regulation. You don't need the government to be on the road ili sisi wenyewe to self regulate.
Our main aim is to encourage them to load their lorries as per the law, because a road is damaged by two main things. One is water. The other main factor that damages roads is overloading.
Challenges zenye tunakuwa nazo barabarani mostly kutoka Muhoroni kwenda Busia. Barabara ni mbaya, ile mbaya, mashimo, na inabidi sasa tunaenda pole na wakati unaenda pole wakora pia wamezidi.
Yes, 15 minutes past 1 p.m. East African time. It is time for us to pay some bills. With a quick short break, we're back with more news.
Tunafaa tukuwe na logo yetu. Like, si ni brand already.
We won't entertain divas.
No. I'm not dealing with a man child.
Amazing. Nishapenda hii energy.
Sundays at 8:30 p.m. on TV47. Saturday at 8:30 p.m.
My father used to tell me that our hotel is the home for travelers. I guess I forgot that. Recently, it's been more of a mirror of my own ambition. Ooh, yeah. We might fail. We will probably fail, but not for a lack of trying. So for the last time, and the first time, welcome to Connect In, the best experience in East and Central Africa and its environs.
Saturday at 8:30 p.m. on TV47. Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m.
This is a very serious place.
I see that. Surely. Hey, Nyumba.
This is the place.
Just for a few days.
Rule number 2.
Kwani Google inajua maisha yangu wewe?
That's my seat. It's a chair.
It was hers.
You're new here?
Yes.
You learned the rhythm. This place is run by structure. Structure.
It is a system, ni venye tu ni system haisikizi.
And what happens if something you haven't chosen enters your day?
I remove it.
That's not always going to be possible here.
Then you are going to have a problem.
Noted.
What are you planning? To escape from a resort?
This is not a resort, my friend. This is a storage.
Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. on TV47.
My father used to tell me that a hotel is the home for travelers. I guess I forgot that.
Watching TV47 at 1. Welcome back. With drug abuse and unemployment continuing to deny many young people in informal settlements a brighter future, vocational and digital skills training is emerging as a lifeline for vulnerable youth. Dozens of young people from Nairobi's informal settlement are enrolling in short courses in computer applications, digital marketing and cybersecurity, saying the training is helping them stay away from drugs while equipping them for employment and self-employment. Former Kenya Film Classification Board Chief Executive Ezekiel Mutua urged the youth to stop waiting for white-collar jobs and instead use digital skills to identify opportunities, start businesses, and earn a living in the expanding digital economy.
At the world as a foregone case, like there's no hope. But to leave college knowing that the knowledge they have acquired is supposed to help them navigate the issues of life. That indeed, we know now with digital technology and with the training, TVET-based, competence-based curriculum and competencies that these young people have acquired from the Hallmark Institute of Professionals, they can go there and create jobs for themselves.
And one of the things that makes me appreciate the competence-based education and training is the fact that we are challenging people to learn not just for employment or not just to be employed, but also with an eye of employing themselves. So competence-based education, and what we are doing at Hallmark precisely is to say that over and above the certificates and the national qualifications that you get, there are so many opportunities out there. Only what you need to do is to just open up yourself and don't be fixated.
Agriculture Principal Secretary Dr. Paul Rono has issued a stern warning to coffee hawkers and unscrupulous buyers accused of disrupting the coffee sector in Kericho County. Speaking during an inspection of government projects at Kipkelion Coffee Mill in Kipkelion East and Kipkelion West constituencies, Dr. Rono said that farmers had expressed concern over the rise in cases of illegal coffee hawking, which they claim denies them better returns from the produce. The PS said that the government will not allow individuals to establish an authorized coffee buying structures within the coffee growing areas, warning that such practices undermine efforts to streamline the sector and improve farmers' livelihoods.
Those particular cartels we chased away from the sugar sector have now almost grouped themselves in the coffee sector again. In terms of they want to introduce hawking, which will be the worst activity and the worst undertaking in the coffee sector. I want to give notice to those individuals whom I heard that they are very busy putting up hawking structures and infrastructure to immediately stop. And I want to tell the cooperatives, the coffee cooperatives, which over time have been the most organized cooperative, to really ensure that they team up together and maintain the standard procedure which they have been using to collect coffee from farmers.
And farmers from Kitui and Machakos, as well as Makueni counties, are embracing technology and innovation as they seek solutions to the effects of climate change and ways to boost food production. More than 1,000 farmers have been introduced to smart agriculture. These are technologies and, of course, new market opportunities during an agricultural expo that was held at a Southeastern Kenya University. Organized by the Eastern Africa Grain Council, the expo brought together farmers, researchers, agribusiness stakeholders and exhibitors to showcase modern farming solutions that are aimed at improving productivity and strengthening market access.
Leo hii tumekuwa hapa Seku kwa Vonza main campus tukiwa na maonyesho ya kilimo biashara kwa wakulima, ambapo tumeweza kuonyesha mbinu mbalimbali za ukulima na tumeweza kuwapa ufahamu na wameweza kusoma, na tunajua kwamba wakirudi manyumbani wataweza kufanya kilimo bora, wazalishe zaidi.
Well over 1,000 farmers who came from all over our eastern region, Makueni, Kitui and Machakos counties. And we are sure if they implement what they have seen here and what they have learned here, definitely they are going to improve on their productivity, they are going to improve on the output of our farms, and we are going to improve on our food security.
Changu ni kuhimiza wanarika ama youth, tafadhali tuingie kwa kilimo. Sasa hii sio ile tulikuwa tunasema kilimo ni wazee. Sasa hizi kilimo iko na innovation.
Failure to integrate research findings into community development planning has been blamed for rising unemployment, especially among young people. In Mombasa County, the problem remains severe, with a new study showing that nearly 39% of youth are unemployed and are without stable sources of income. Our study by Mizizi Elemu Africa shows that 39% of young people in Mombasa County are unemployed, forcing many to depend on their parents or guardians. It also found out that low wages and limited career growth discourage many from remaining in employment. The report says employers are increasingly prioritizing practical skills such as communication, problem solving, reliability, and digital literacy. Meanwhile, the Mombasa County government says it is expanding maritime training programs that is to equip youth with industry-relevant skills and also create more job opportunities.
To be able to make it has been improved. Ni kwa sababu hawajakuwa na data kamilifu za kuweza kuwasaidia wao ku make that decision. Unataka kujenga V2T, unataka kujenga polytechnic. Kuna data gani ambayo inatakusaidia kusema kweli hii inahitajika hapa? Sio ukijenga inakuwa white elephant.
So one of the findings that tulikuwa nao, the skills mismatch. Unaenda college, unamaliza, by the time una transition, the demand and the skills zenye employer anataka ni tofauti kuliko as zenye ziko. Na kutoka hapo tumeona vitu kadhaa. Ya kwanza ni ile opportunity employers wanapaswa kupatia au vijana katika hizo makazi zao ili wapate kupata experience. Na venye wakili ameongelelea hapa hivi, unaenda kazini unaambiwa 2 years experience, lakini hakuna kitu umepatia.
Vile tuwafundishe kazi za mkono za ndani ya meli watafanya namna gani ili wawe tayari na soko, kwa sababu Mombasa tunajulikana kwa sababu port yetu, meli zote zinakuja hapa. Itakuwa ni irony, ni makosa kwamba watoto wetu wasiweze kupanda hizi meli wafanye kazi.
Mau veterans are demanding that unresolved historical injustices be prioritized in upcoming national dialogue, urging political leaders to address grievances remaining decades after Kenya achieved its independence. Speaking at the memorial of veteran Githui Karue, leaders led by James Muhuria insisted the talks extend past current political disputes. They called on key negotiators Kimani Ichung'wah and Kalonzo Musyoka to include freedom fighters' concerns on the agenda, while urging the government to fully implement recommendations already outlined in the National Dialogue Committee report.
Na tungeomba hata serikali vile rais alikuwa anasema, yani hii maneno ihusu watu wote ambao ni ile wale watu waliachwa na wale walipigania uhuru, ili nao wafurahie ile kazi ilifanywa na baba na babu zao.
Ongezi ya kwanza ni NATCO report. Kwa hivyo Kalonzo na Ichung'wah wajitayarishe kuanza mazungumzo, sababu tunajua hawa ndio huyu mzee picha yake ya kwanza alienda kwa mambo ya nautical report yalikuwa hapo, na wazee wetu tuliwahusisha katika hiyo mambo ya nautical report.
In sport, Kenya's national women's football team Harambee Starlets has intensified preparations in Morocco ahead of their final Group A match against Algeria on Monday. Despite suffering defeats against hosts Morocco and Senegal in their opening 2 matches, Beldino Demba's side remains determined to finish their WAFCON 2026 campaign on a positive note by securing maximum points against Algeria. The Starlets are in a challenging Group A alongside Morocco, Senegal and Algeria, but head coach Beldino Demba has praised her players for their commitment and competitive performances throughout the tournament. All right, that's the match we had for you this afternoon. Thank you so much for keeping us company. We close TV47 at 1. My name is Linda Alela. Good afternoon and happy week ahead.